It's 6/21, June 4th. So the vibe I'm getting from these guys is they're pathological gamblers, and they've been telling a lot of lies. They've been pulling a lot of hustles. They have a pathological gambling habit, and they've been going through this roller coaster of credibility. I was saying out loud in my room, but what they're doing, they may have just it may even be just an appearance of credibility. And so they are always trying. I always hear these guys flipping out. They're always trying to regain credibility, but they're always lying. And when I found out they've been lying from the beginning, for instance, I made a fraudulent character profile analysis of me and tailored data and gave manufactured data, like for instance, example related to music, and acted like I only listen to rap and like left out 311, Aldemio, all sorts of jazz. So that was, and then probably made up a bunch of other shit to create a fraudulent character profile now. So they've been lying since day one. But the vibe I'm getting is these guys go through roller coasters of credibility and loss of credibility, and sometimes even appearances of credibility. And when they start thinking they lost credibility, they'll pull a save the day hustle. They'll pretend to catch some criminal, or they'll try to find a criminal to catch to try to up their credibility, but they're trying to up credibility to lie in some other sphere, maybe a gambling sphere, or to law enforcement to avoid prison. So they're always trying to reestablish credibility, and then they try to build it, and then once they have credibility, I guess they look for a bet or an investment to rob someone on, and then I guess they get caught and lose credibility, and then they look for a way to reestablish credibility or sell an appearance of credibility, and they'll do it through they'll do these trust building tactics to reestablish their credibility, whether setting up one of their friends, orchestrating a frame, or trying to framing someone, creating a problem, then saving the day, pulling save the day hustles to reestablish this appearance of credibility, only waiting to break it, whether in a illegal financial investment, a bet, to lie to law enforcement, what have you. So they're always doing some hustles with credibility, and they're even manufacturing fake credibilities. They'll hire a hacker to give them some fake credibility score in some realm. So they've got some hustles with credibility, from manufacturing it, pretending to have credibility, blackmailing people for credibility, looking for ways to create false appearances of credibility, like save the day hustles. Or maybe they try to do trust building with bets and help manipulate to build trust, up their credibility maybe, and then at the peak of it, maybe they then try to manipulate a big bet and rob. So they got all sorts of hustles like this. Who are these terrorists are? I've been analyzing this telepathy, but that I hear in my brain. Key point, not that I read, and what I hear about. But they got something with credibility, and I think they're something they may have had credibility or didn't, and it was just an appearance of credibility. And then they had a lot of credibility at one point. Maybe they were using their novel tech to up credibility. They were maybe stealing my ideas and thoughts to up their credibility. Some of them steal my letters to up their credibility, and my analysis to up their credibility. How else? So that novel tech, they would use official hustles to up their credibility. Oh, I'm CIA. Oh, I'm FBI. And they pretend to do things, pretend to be people they weren't. Maybe they had some buddies who would throw them a bone to up their credibility, things like that. And then they use that credibility for manipulation, whether to avoid prison, whether to manipulate a bet, whether to pull off some financial crimes hustle, and then maybe they eventually get caught, lose credibility, maybe go to prison, maybe not, and then maybe they even have mole people or face people that they're blackmailing, and they use the face people they're blackmailing to sign off or some hustle to up their credibility, and they use blackmail also to get people to up their credibility. So they got a lot of credibility scams, whoever the hell these guys are. But there's someone I hear via telepathy daily always flipping out about his credibility. And there's kids always pulling these trust builders. They're always trying to build back credibility, and they have all these artificial ways to sell this appearance of credibility. So this is another one of their tactics. This is essential.